We are live. Lewis, what's up? How you doing?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. I was gonna tell you a quick story. Me and my wife, we finally watched Sinners. We watched Sinners last night.
Oh, okay. Would you watch your VHS?
No, no, it was Amazon Prime.
Oh, okay.
They had it, and we actually purchased it. So I know. Does that matter for the director? I'm pretty sure it does, and it makes the numbers look good. But I don't know. For some reason, I watched it. I was looking for something else. I just thought it was gonna be a different movie. Like I thought it was gonna have more in it, the way people was gravitating to it, and like the music was really good, a lot of stuff like that. But it's just a vampire movie to me, and it ended kind of weird too. I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't seen it, but I just was expecting something else. Like it wasn't a bad movie, but I remember me and you talked about it. You were saying
I
it was. Hmm?
I say about 20 minutes, or it was by a 20-minute span. I was bored doing the movie.
but why do you think people were so excited about this movie? Was it the sexual part of it? Was it Michael B. Jordan? Was it just black people? Like it
Just
had some
black
feel
people.
good, it had some
You know,
feel good elements of the movie, which I like, but I'm like, y'all, it's this music in the movie. You can listen to it if you want. Y'all don't want to do this kind of music, don't kind of, jukebox,
Muddy
get together.
Waters.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
listened
yeah.
to some of that on Tuesday.
But people, we don't want to listen to that. We want to listen to Dirk and King Von. We want to listen to that kind of music where we're killing and stuff. It's not necessarily rhythm and blues. And I think that was
Wait, hold on, Brandon. So you 45 years old, listen to Dirk.
I've heard of it. No, I
No,
listen to.
you speaking.
Go
Who
ahead.
you speaking about then?
Our community. I
never heard those. I never listened to
You
none of those guys' music. So am I part of the community?
People lump you in regardless of you listen to it or not.
Well, don't put me in those that jungle music you talk about. I never heard of those people. Don't throw me in that. I'm not in that community.
Okay. And another artist, we talk about Lil Wayne. That's the same thing. Like that's our artist.
No, that's wrong.
Go ahead.
After the Carter 3, it was no more Lil Wayne to me.
Yeah. But you don't claim him anymore. You're not throwing your arms around his legacy, that type of music, rap music, the new up and coming rappers.
Why would I claim somebody who's been rich their whole life?
Yeah.
Got in tax trouble. His Birdman couldn't teach him about taxes. Jay-Z had to step up. See, this is how cold Jay-Z is. Your mama's baby. I got your baby's lady. In that one of that songs. On the Carter 3, talking about Jay-Z diss. Years later, Jay-Z get him out of jail with the taxes.
Right.
So come on, Lil Wayne.
Yeah. And then they were saying he dissed him on the newest album. But like I say, him being as old as he is, because he's our age, I'm pretty sure. And I guess he's you think he's older? Okay, fair enough. But he's detached from what, like I said, he's been rich so long, he doesn't really know the struggle of the old Lil Wayne, like the block is hot Lil Wayne. That was a different person than it is now, even if he had money or he felt like he had money. Do you agree with that?
I can't tell you, man, because drugs, once you do a lot of drugs, you don't know who you're going to be on the other side.
That's correct.
Come back, you're an honor roll student, talking to everybody. The next day after you take some drugs, you're afraid of the showers, man, in the bathtub. So what happens?
Right. So don't do
spirals.
Drugs. Yeah.
If you don't take a shower or a bath, Brandon, what happens?
You start to smell.
Okay. And if you start to smell, how is your relationship with other people?
It's not going to be good.
All right. And if you touch foot in that bathroom, you will die. When somebody tells you, go there and wash off.
You don't want to do it.
How big a fight that's going to be?
It's going to be a big fight.
Then you turn crazy, people. You see how the small little things in life.
Right.
What did we start off of?
What you mean?
The beginning?
Oh, this conversation, we were just talking about Sinners, the music.
No,
the disconnect.
The bathtubs. You could one little thing could spiral out of control. I don't like taking showers.
You're an A honor roll student, then you start doing drugs. Yeah.
And then you develop a mental illness, and now you spiral out of control.
Yeah, because what? Let me ask you this: you think it's the drinking that lean? Because Lil Wayne was pretty sharp, but he started doing that lean, and he was like, "Don't tell me about what's in my cup. Mind your business."
What's your definition of sharp? I don't understand that.
Not what he's doing now, but he was sharp. He was a little sharper.
Sharp like what? What you mean? What's your definition of sharp?
Okay, well let me say he could recognize how to make good music. I don't think he could do that anymore. I don't think he's ever been super sharp or super bright, but he was able to make music before. Now I don't think he can do that. He can't make an album now.
Now, when Puff tell me this, I can tell you why. When Puff Daddy get released out of prison, right?
Okay.
Found not guilty, all counts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He goes into depression, gains 100 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
He still thinks he could bang him out like he was doing before.
What with the freak
in
off?
His mind.
Yeah.
So he still gonna practice some things.
Yeah.
But reality ain't gonna be the same. That's what Lil Wayne doing. He still think he's 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot.
Even before that, how he was doing the Carter, like the walk-in of the Carter and like describing, painting a picture. I don't think he can paint pictures like that anymore. And that took a bit of sharpness, I think.
Hello, Mona Lisa.
And focus.
The album Mona Lisa is not that old.
Yeah,
he painted a picture of the song Mona Lisa. So what was you talking about?
But I don't know when that was created. He like I said, he created so many songs. I'm not even sure when or what time period those songs were.
No, don't worry about the create. When was it released and so?
Okay, it was was that his last album?
Yeah,
or the album before that. Yeah, so pretty recent.
So he was sharp then.
Okay, I give you that.
Well, you say he was. I just proved a good story.
But like I said, I don't know when that song was created. But like I said, he is. But to be able to make a song or listen to what you creating and be like, this may not be it.
That song was probably created in 2015 with Kendrick. When he was his mind sound fuller, but developed saying citizens. He said, "I'm gonna run on a sentence. Now I'm saying mumblings."
Yeah, right. But back to the sentence thing. I thought it was a good movie. Like I said, it's a vampire movie. It remind me of Dawn Till Dusk. But I just was wondering what had people so excited about it, because people were saying they went and saw it multiple times, which is a great thing. And like I say, it's good to support a Black director and something that's got a pretty much a total Black cast. So I enjoyed the music. What you want to say?
I heard a can pop before the scene started. Do you enjoy that can multiple times?
Yeah.
So how you gonna tell somebody they can't enjoy a movie multiple times?
Well, I'm not saying that, but I'm looking for what the hype was about. Because like I say, it was a really good movie, but I don't know. Am I missing something? Like I say, maybe we're out of touch.
Pour that beer out. And then pour the beer out. You can't. If a person like it, they just like it, Brandon. Okay. Who knows?
But okay, I get it. But what makes us like this instead of something else? Because
Black people, you know what it is, Brandon. And you got your story in there. Takuma.
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, he was Black Panther. What was he?
He was what's the guy, the villain name? I can't even think of what his name was. I got the thing over here, but he was a villain in Black Panther.
Yeah,
Killmonger. He was Killmonger.
Yeah, whoa. Yes, he was Killmonger. Got muscle, got bulked up, got hair, his hair got napped up. So bulk and naps. And talk a little educated. My people mad.
You talking about how he was doing in Black Panther?
Yeah. He's in England.
Yeah.
We're about to take this. See, they like that stuff.
Yeah, we do. And we went to see Black Panther too. So, that is true.
And Sinners the same way. It goes to a scene. It's a monologue that showcases the oppressions of Black people. But they do it in a
positive,
Shakespearean like way. And they say that. And people would be, oh my,
yeah, but that's what I was looking. I was looking at something that's it's supposed to be enlightening and it's deep, but I'm like, I get it, and I like what they did here, but it just
We don't like it, Brandon. The dance, they brought the dancing back. That's how I know Chinese people was dancing in it. Come over there, I talked to some soul music. That's it. No, don't forget the Indians.
Yeah.
Come on, people.
Some inclusion stuff. Yeah, but
you see what I'm talking about? Now, if that movie was in the works today, Donald Trump would shut that movie down, Jack. Because we don't need that type of stuff.
And what kind of stuff is that? You saying we don't need include, huh?
I did not see the wooden clogs clocking over the dancing. What you call those people? River dancers. I did not see the river dance people in there.
No, So if we don't have everybody.
Reverse racism.
Yeah, we don't have everybody. It's not fair. No, I got you. But I said, what do you want to get into today? You're not watching the NBA Finals today?
No, I ain't watching that bull stuff. Now, Brandon gonna go talk about sin. Brandon something that came out 6 months ago. I don't know. It may Brandon. That may be I hope, Brandon, that clip is gonna be our clip, but I think it's not.
It could be because I think people really love that movie, but I was looking for something to hold on to make me want to watch it again. Would you watch that again?
No, for what?
That's what I'm saying. I've seen multiple people say they went to the movie theater multiple times to watch it. I saw it one time. I could see it again in my head. I don't necessarily need to go watch it again, but I guess it's more of they want to support it. But like as far as a movie that I want to see again, I wouldn't put that up there as a movie I want to see again.
If you make the last scene, the shootout scene with the big mob deuce,
which didn't make no sense. Yeah.
If you put more scenes like that in the whole movie,
right?
Yes, let's make one. But
that's another complaint I had. Like I was looking for more action. Like it was so fast. You know, the vampires came, they handled it. Next thing you know, it was about over. The movie was over. I wouldn't call that an action movie. I call that that was really a musical. And maybe that's why I don't really like, because I don't really like musicals.
A musical?
Yeah.
Okay, where they had music? Brandon, musical. Are you revoking your advocate to sit here on live?
I'm trying, but that's what I'm saying. Talk me out of it. Am I wrong for not liking that movie? I mean, no, I ain't gonna say that because I enjoyed it, but the way people was talking, I just thought it was gonna be just action packed. Like, you know, I saw the Michael B. Jordan. He was shooting. I thought it was gonna be one of those kind of big movies.
Candace Owens, Brandon.
Oh. You gonna do me like that?
Tim Scott, Obama. They all reject the drums. You know? So
all right, well,
if Brandon hear blues, drums, a guitar, and a piano, Brandon gonna reject it.
Okay, one more thing. You remember at the end when I guess we thought that the brother was dead and he's a vampire. So the vampire is not gonna kill him because he saved him. Like I was like, okay. It just
man, why pick on people? Why be a bully, Brandon? All the people he could suck on, why suck on the old man? All right, he just wanted to hear that music.
That's what vampires did. I thought
vampires rock and roll. No, that's what vampires about. And he came in there at nighttime to enjoy his night out with the white lady.
With the coochie, right.
Yeah.
But so let me ask you that. You said it with the white lady. So you think that lady's white?
But she ain't Keisha. We know that. She ain't the unstarted black actress.
Right.
Night and day difference.
Yeah. And they kind of alluded to that a little bit in the movie, but she's supposed to be black, right? But you know, I know we ain't gonna get into that too much.
Brandon, did you watch the movie? Brandon?
I watched the movie. She clearly said she was one of them. She was one of them.
No,
even though he was saying, I put you on the farm with the white people. She was like, no, I'm not. That's not what I want. That's not who I am. Was she not talking like she was black? Was she not doing that?
Brandon, in the movie? When you grow up around black kids, sometimes you may act like them. That's all it was, true. Brandon.
So you think that lady wasn't mixed? Is that what you're trying to say? Because they asked her that too.
She's not. She's not. She got a husband back there in the 1920s, and her husband can't have no mixed girl. That was illegal, Brandon. All right, you knew that. Come on, you want to talk stuff? She was a white lady.
So,
and she was kind to Negroes, and they was like that. All right, that's all it was, Brandon.
So okay, but all right. So now we got Michael B. Jordan and Coogee with the white girl at the end of the movie. But you know, what's
wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with it. But I'm just figuring out.
Love.
I'm just trying to figure out why everybody was so excited about that movie. It's a good movie. That's it. That's it.
Hold on. This is supposed to be a serious thing about. Okay. All right. Let's kick it off.
Go ahead.
Y'all don't know. Our shows is about real life and actually real life.
Yeah.
Around last October, Brandon, what I would say to you about my funds being low?
Yeah, you saying funds are low. Tighten your belt.
I said my funds low, man. I dropped down to your average American money in the checking account, Brandon.
Okay.
Under $1,000.
Well, you were elite. You was upper class.
$2,000 money is upper class.
I'm asking you, where were you? Were you middle class?
No, this ain't class. This is money in a account, Brandon.
Okay.
You know, give a homeless man $100,000 in the account per your definition. What class he's in, Brandon?
I'm just trying to figure out where you are because that is important. You say you're broke, but I don't think you're poor class.
If the Negro, listen to my words. I have under $1,000 in my savings account. And that's
that's more money than most people. But go ahead. I'm just pushing back. I'm being a contrarian today. Go ahead.
Well, I don't want you to mess up the education.
Go ahead. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, Brandon. I don't care about most people. This was about what makes you feel. What make me, Mr. My Life, My Money, feel comfortable.
Okay.
Brandon's fine going to sleep at night with $25 in his savings account.
And why is that?
He sleeps like a baby. He said, if something happened, I at least could go to Chick-fil-A 2 more times.
And that's how most people are. That's how most people are. Yeah, that's true.
You know,
and living a delusion.
Yeah, I got 30 days. I got a girl. It's wintertime. They can't kick me out. I got 30 days. I got at least 30 to 60 days
to figure it out.
And Brandon sleeps like a baby. Me? Man, that thing was under 1,000. Brandon, I just felt I didn't feel right.
Okay.
You got to ask yourself, why was the funds low?
Yeah.
Medical bills, donations, car repairs, rental repairs, holidays. Now, Brandon, how can holidays mess with your money?
Because it can try to force you into spending more than you really need to or have to, just because of peer pressure and stuff around you.
Oh, okay. So you saying, let's take Banana Day. So a big organization called the government made up a day called Banana Day.
Yeah.
Now Brandon's wife and daughter and mama peer pressure his ass so much.
Yeah, right.
To come down here and bring 5 packs of Bubba hamburgers.
What?
Huh?
They did what? The 5 packs of what?
Bubba hamburgers.
Okay.
Frozen Bubba burgers.
Okay.
From the frozen section.
Yeah.
6 burgers cost $15.
Because we don't want to feel left out.
Brandon, no.
Yeah.
So you didn't want to feel left out?
I didn't want to feel left out. Yeah, it's Burger Day, so let's get some burgers. We didn't plan on doing that, but now that we know,
no, it's a holiday. It's Banana Day. It's a regular holiday.
Okay.
You got to force to spend money because somebody came up with a day and made it special. It requires you to spend money.
Yeah.
Holidays, it costs you a lot. And my main one, why my funds low? No extra stream of income. I have no extra stream of income, no like I like to. So it's just Yes, is this your 9 to 5? And basically that's it.
Yeah.
Now, Brandon, if you make more money, will your funds still be low?
If you make more money, not necessarily, depending on how much more money you bringing in. But they
if I bring
still,
in $1,000 more, can my funds still be low?
They could, but that's better. That's much better, right? That's what you're looking for.
How they could?
Well, if you're spending more, you're spending 2,000 and you need 2,000 to replace that to break even, and you only bringing in an extra 1,000, you're still in the hole.
Oh, okay. There you go, people. Your funds, no matter how much money, you can make more money. If you don't manage your expenses, your funds still be low. So October, I set a goal. I said my goal plus a trigger is going to equal $5,000. Now, my trigger, that's my personal thing. I talked to Brandon about my trigger, and my trigger may cost some funds. So, damn, don't make sense to have a little more money extra in there.
Yeah.
Now, my preferred goal. Now, this is see people. You gotta set yourself up. You don't have to go all balls in. You got to do baby steps.
Yeah.
My preferred goal is 10,000 in the trigger. Brother, do you know the trigger for 10,000?
No.
I'll go brag like a motherfucker if I get $10,000 saved up, Brandon. Huh? That's my trigger. I can be a little boastful.
Okay.
Briefly,
and as you should.
So I wanted to do that. But my goal is 5,000 and do a trigger. My trigger is now, and that trigger may cost me expense. But my preferred goal is 10,000. So, Brandon, let's look at ways how I managed to save that money.
Okay.
I enjoyed a lower quality of life, Brandon.
But
now,
go ahead. I'm gonna let you go. Go ahead.
Now, what's that? What's the lower quality of life, Brandon?
I don't know. That's what I'm about to ask you. Like, lower quality of life. That sounds like a bad thing, but it doesn't necessarily have to be.
It is. Here it is. All right. I did my meal prep. Real story, people. Check out the channel. I did my meal prep on Sunday.
I
still ate the last meal on Friday evening.
But that's a good thing, though, right?
No, that's low quality of life, brother.
Okay. But doesn't that have benefits, though, when you do stuff like that?
Great. One benefit is weight loss. So when you cook your own stuff and cheaper, you will lose weight. Just
and
by
save money too.
Stuff. And save money so I can reach my goal. I lowered my 401k. I said, man, I can't worry about retirement right now. I got to worry about right now.
Right.
All right. So I lowered that briefly. I'm still putting in 8%. Most people don't put in nothing.
Right.
All right. I manage my healthcare savings account. Right now, I hired my healthcare savings account because the slide before had medical bills. So I'm participating more medical bills. So I hired that up, and that offsets my 401k just a little bit.
Yeah.
Less bad habits. Brandon, what kind of bad habits do you have?
Let me think.
That's one of them.
Eating sweets. Well, like I told you before, my wife, she buys honey buns. There's some honey buns in there now. I had some late last night, and they were delicious. They're the cheap kind, but they're delicious.
And I be eating oatmeal patties right behind you.
Right. The oatmeal pies.
All right. Bad habits. Bad habits could be drinking alcohol. Bad habits could be scratch offs. Bad habits could be going to Starbucks every single day.
Yeah.
Bad habits. Also, I manage my holidays. Sometimes you can't give 1,000 gifts. Only the kids and the some women could get one.
But that's what I say. So what would you say as holidays you should participate in? Because you can't do all of them. You do Christmas, birthdays. What's another one you could do? Father's Day is coming up. If I don't give the Father's,
be careful about. I don't like Christmas too hard now because Christmas right now, everybody say Christmas. See, Brandon didn't say Jesus, so he put Christmas before Jesus. So that's why you got to be careful with Christmas. Thanksgiving, only thing I celebrate Thanksgiving is a lot of people may have a chance to see more families on a particular Thursday.
Yeah, I got you.
On a Thursday.
Yeah, which is just supposed to be a regular day.
Yeah, that's the only thing I don't celebrate. All the other fake stuff, I don't celebrate none of that. Most holidays, I really don't celebrate.
Because I think you don't have to show your love or get people gifts with your money. You can show them love with actual love or actual care. You can make a card. You could just be present, with them, hanging out, bonding, socializing. Like that's a way, my family likes to do get-togethers. It don't have to be you have to buy them expensive gifts and stuff like that. That's all I'm saying.
Correct. Here's a story during this time. This is January. No, this is February. This is during this time period. I said, Mom, let's go to my sister's house, but we don't got no money to buy big food. So let's bring something in the freezer up.
Yeah, we got.
Yeah. We took a turkey out 4 days before we left. This planning, people, we are managing. We took the turkey.
That's a hell of a plan, though. Go ahead. Where most people don't do.
I gotta get this number.
Go ahead.
We took the turkey out the freezer. My mom didn't cook it at the holiday. They didn't cook it. Put it in the refrigerator. 4 days. Came to my sister's house. Said, my sister, my back is at level 7 pain. I can't help you. Man, my sister cooked one of the best turkeys I had in my life, and that was the first time her ever cooking a turkey, Brandon.
Oh yeah.
Had enough food. Now, how often you eat turkey on a regular Saturday, Brandon?
Once a year. And like I say, it's a big thing trying to thaw it out because you'll be like, all right, let me take the turkey out. It's gonna thaw and I'm gonna cook it. But no, it takes a long time to thaw out one of those big turkeys. Shout out to Jason.
And I haven't had to spend that money. Because you get pressure. Everybody coming around, you get pressure to spend money. Oh, you want to drink something? Let's get something to drink. Would you? Yeah. You get pressure. That turkey just laid it out.
Yeah.
All right. Adjust enjoyments. How can one adjust enjoyments?
If you're trying to save money, try to plan for cheap outings, and then you can have a lot of fun in a cheap way, but you could also spend a lot of money and have fun too. So you got to kind of balance that out. Like you can go to a trampoline park, have everybody in the family do that, jump around, or you can try to go to the beach or just have a picnic or throw a frisbee in the field. Like
beach, saving money. See, Brandon live by a damn beach. That's why he's saying.
So that's why I say that. But you can also go to a park and throw a frisbee or football. When the last time you threw a football? Like people forget some of that simple stuff they used to do as a kid. Like that stuff is still fun and it can bring the competitive spirit out of people. And you can overexert yourself and be hurt the next day. But you'll have fun and it won't cost you anything.
Now watch this, bro. I'll go tell you what I did with Sinners. Movie Sinners. Went to the movies. I haven't done nothing in several months. Been cooking at home, barely eat out, only eat out on Fridays. I just go get a pizza or go to the authentic Mexican restaurant and get one of those because they're a little more healthier. I said, on this day, I'm going to take myself on a date.
Okay, that sounds
I'm going to go to McDonald's and get the fly and the sweet tea.
Oh, that was that day? Yeah. So you was doing it up.
I get the fly and the sweet tea. See, I haven't been out eating it in a while, so I was extremely happy. That's how going out to eat supposed to be, people. Extreme. It's supposed to be an event.
Yeah, because it's not regular, but nowadays it's a regular thing for some people.
Yeah, we do it so much. So I got the fries. Those fries was hot and salty. I was hot. Drove to the movies, got up there. Let me get a ticket. Oh, I didn't have to spend no money. Something I didn't do since I was 16.
What?
Let me get the popcorn.
Okay.
Big one.
So the $20 popcorn.
$12. So
okay.
I got the
all right.
So I got the $12 popcorn. I got all my snacks I took from Dollar Tree in my pocket. Ready
there you go. Okay. All right. Let's make sure you ain't changed.
Had a good time. Excellent time. So memorable. Those little things I did, I remember them now because I managed my life for adjustable enjoyments. My enjoyments were so low and I didn't do them too often. So when I got one, boom, I was happy.
Yeah.
Here's a good one, people. Enjoyment at home and low-cost hobbies. Brandon, besides you buying all those metal crates and all those gadgets for the garden, what are some of your low-cost hobbies you have? Low cost.
Let me see. A low-cost hobby. I don't know. Me and my daughter, we like to play frisbee in the backyard. We got a badminton thing that we set up the other day. We playing that.
That
like,
you do by yourself, Brandon.
Oh, by myself.
See, people, here's the thing. Your hobbies cannot be involved with another person because Brandon go get sucker in 10 years. He's so attached to his daughter. With his daughter say, I don't want nothing to do with you, man.
Well, how you know she's not there yet for the most part?
Then Brandon like, oh, my hobbies are gone. We teach it here.
Yeah, no, you're right. Because that does happen. And it is happening now in a way. But like he says, Jason said fishing. That's one of the things. I got a kayak. It's not necessarily a low-cost hobby.
Be careful with fishing now.
Why you say that? Because
you got to set a rule out. Only use the gear you got in your toolbox or your book bag. Nothing else.
Right. Because when you were saying you was coming through the beach, I was like, well, maybe we'll get a chance to fish. So I had to make sure I got all my fishing stuff. I got my book bag. I got most of the stuff I needed, but I was like, dang, do I need to go to Walmart? I was like, well, whatever I got, I'll make it work. But it is a thing because you'll be ready to do something. Then you'll be like, well, let me go to Walmart and get some more stuff. And then next thing you know, you spent $30 at Walmart on fishing stuff.
See, Brandon, this is a trick Brandon don't know about. Brandon goes to Walmart, pick up the worms to go fishing, right?
Okay.
Use half of them and throw the rest in the trash can. If Brandon would take those same worms, dig a hole in his garden, put his garden, cover them up, he had done something good for everybody.
You're right. Why you say everybody? You will say for the planet, or you just speaking in general?
Brandon, what can 10 worms do in a plastic container in the trash can? 100 degrees outside. Huh?
Die.
Now, what can the worms do in your garden?
They can, I guess, refilter the nutrients in the garden, like add fertilizer, which is their poop, and do the cycle. So bring life to your garden.
Aerate your garden.
Yeah, there you go.
Eat some of the stuff. Eat some of the stuff ain't ready for the plants to eat yet, so they eat it, so they poop it.
Yeah. But like you say, whenever I'm done fishing, if I got some leftover bait, I'm throwing in the ocean. Worms too, I'll throw them in the ocean. But that's a good point. I could bring the worms home, put them in my garden.
Brandon, you can't put no blood worms in your garden, Brandon.
Nice. Why not?
You can't put no blood worms in your garden. You ever dig one of those up?
No, not in my garden. But that's funny because sometimes you do fish with bloodworms because they have blood and they bring the fish. But I have fish with earthworms too, or crickets. But what would happen if you put a bloodworm in your garden?
I don't know. I don't even know what bloodworms are, Brandon. So, well, I know what they are. I don't know where they come from. Probably a damn tapeworm we eating. Low-cost hobbies. So develop low-cost hobbies. Find something to do with yourself because you got to enjoy yourself at time. If you can't enjoy yourself, you can't enjoy it.
Nobody else, the company.
And enjoy your home.
Yeah.
Enjoy your home.
style your home up, build your home up so you'll want to stay there and not just necessarily be in the streets.
Correct. Today, what I do at 12 o'clock after I got up, went to the gym, cooked all my stuff for the next 5 days, cleaned up a little bit. What I do? I took me a damn bubble bath. Where else is salt?
Right. That's self-care, right?
Yeah. You know, I gotta let that stuff get in my knee and my ankle so I can get it better. You know, I gotta do things like that.
Right.
Scrub the crust off my feet. Yeah, I like
right.
my feet
prolong it. Right.
Yeah.
It's good to exfoliate and do all that stuff. Take care of yourself because you don't want no dry spots on your skin turn into a disease or some kind of ailment. But shout out to Jason dropping some facts in our chat. Thank you for watching and participating. But yeah, like I say, some of that self-care stuff is important.
Yeah, so come up with a goal, and somehow I'm just kind of complex. My goals come with like if statements. If I meet this, it's gonna trigger something. So I'm on my trigger stage now. But I would love to get anywhere between 5 to 10. But guys, this took a lot of sacrifice. And today, when I met today, with all that sacrifice, I still enjoy time with family, right, Brandon?
Yeah.
I celebrated my nephew's graduation, right?
Yeah.
I was a caregiver during that time, right?
Yeah.
No alcohol for over 70 days during that time. I planted and ate from a garden during that time. A YouTube goal, bond a better relationship with Brandon. I splurged on an EcoFlow that set me back.
That you still use though at home, right?
Yeah. The thing behind me drinks up 350 watts. Boy, I thought my receiver was about to go out, Brandon. I said, no. And I said, that's why Brandon called today. He said, Brandon, Lewis, you done something. I said, damn, first my receiver tried to go out. Now Brandon said I done something to him. What did I do now, Brandon?
No, I didn't say you did anything wrong, but no, I can't remember what I was saying, but no, you're doing good. And like I say, it's important to have a friend that's gonna hold you accountable, not just tell you the stuff that you want to hear to make you a better person. You know what I'm saying? So we try to hold each other accountable. Like if you have something you want to tell me, or if you think I'm doing something a different way, you'll tell me. And it's not because you want to hurt. Yeah, but I'm just saying. But it's okay for people.
Track and I'm on track. That's why y'all need to join the channel.
They do, but they don't know. But I think people sometimes they know they need to do better. They push against the resistance of change. Like I said, back in the beginning when we were first doing this, we had some hiccups. And I'm not saying it's you because it mostly was me, but we had to get on the same page and working with somebody, building something. Like it takes time and it takes communication.
Well, see, Brandon, I knew Brandon be fine. I played basketball with Brandon a whole lot. I knew he'd be fine. You know, that's what sports.
But you never know. But
I do know.
Okay.
I do know. If Brandon ain't never played the sports, he'll be a prima donna over here. Yo, this Mike.
Right.
You see? And you watch how some people act. If they ain't never had to work with people to achieve a goal that's bigger than the individual self, very hard to work with.
Yeah, for sure.
Lost weight, all this stuff. I still managed to save $5,000. I don't miss a single Domino's pizza.
You're actually saving your own life by, doing some of this stuff. And I think that's the important part for people to learn.
I don't miss a single Burnett's vodka. I didn't drink that vodka second. I don't miss a single things that we waste so much and put so much effort into. I don't miss none of that.
Yeah. And that's the thing. People feel like they're missing out if they're not indulging in holidays or drinking alcohol. Or
Brandon, I did Georgia holidays.
But no, you didn't. Did you spend a bunch of money and buy a bunch of flowers for Mother's Day, or did you indulge that way?
Because if I spend the money and give it to the people, those people couldn't give me no money if I need something. So I need to get to that 5,000.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. But like I said, you still celebrated, you still showed your nephew love, and you told him you were proud of him. It didn't necessarily have to do it with gifts.
Oh, I gave my nephew a gift, Brandon. Now I sacrificed my last paycheck for my nephew now.
Okay, well, I don't know for sure, but I'm just saying, like, it doesn't always have to be big and huge if you don't got it like that. I think people want to live like they're rich when they're really not. Because if you're in debt, you can't really live this big lifestyle where you buying a bunch of stuff and you gifting all the holidays, you eating out at restaurants, you buying mixed drinks. Last time I bought a drink at a restaurant, it was $15. That's a lot of money for an alcoholic beverage. That's not even food.
Now tell me this:
in
that event, how much did that mixed drink capitalize on it right now?
It didn't. I didn't need it. It's meaningless, really. But so, sometimes you go ahead.
If you had that $15 in your pocket right now, you would took that instead today.
Yeah, of course.
But why didn't you take it that day?
Because you get caught up in the thing. Oh, I'm out. I'm gonna treat myself, or I'm out. I want to do something different. Let me try this drink. I'm at a different restaurant, different style of food. Let me give this a try. But it's important. Go ahead. But like I said, I don't do that often. But sometimes you'll be like, you know what? Let me go ahead and do this because hold on, my dog over here playing with this thing.
See, that's the thing, people. You just got to remember to adjust your enjoyments. You do it a lot because nonchalant.
Yeah.
Now I would do this. Now I don't want to. Now, oh shit! Can you see this?
What?
Oh.
Okay.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
All right. Now, Brandon, right now, next door neighbor is getting the deck installed.
Yeah, you were telling me about this. Okay, go ahead, because I'm a little lost.
Don't you talk that part. Don't
okay,
say
well,
that.
No, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Go ahead.
They started on Friday, working on Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, I think they probably just left, and they got there at 8. So they worked 11 hours, so 11 hours a day, 33 hours a day.
Okay. All right.
Today it started raining.
Mm-hmm.
Decent rain. Did that stop them, Brennan?
No.
Now, what you think of that? Would you call that good service? What you call that?
I don't know. It was raining here, and I was working out in the rain doing some garden stuff. For some reason, if you don't have no power tools or it's nothing gonna get messed up outside in the rain, sometimes working when it's raining is a good thing. You're not losing a day, you're not losing any money.
All right.
It shows character to me. But go ahead. How are you going?
And this is why I was trained supposed to be a shop teacher, and Brandon was trained to push those blood carts up and down the road.
What, in the hospital?
In the hospital.
Okay.
All right. So my background skills would say that ain't right.
Okay.
That is not right. Why you think that ain't right, bro?
Well, let me ask you. So it's from a manager. You're the manager, because we had a different manager at a restaurant last show, but this one you're gonna be the manager of this crew working outside in the rain. It's dangerous. Number one, somebody could get hurt. So is that the angle you going at?
No, the quality of work just dropped tremendously. Tremendously.
Okay.
And you won't find out the 6 years down the road.
But why is that? Is it the wood when you cutting it or drilling or nailing it? What is it?
Tell me, Brandon, if you put wood in a bathtub, what's gonna happen to the wood?
It's gonna absorb the water. It'll swell up.
Okay, it's gonna swell up. All right, it swells up, right? You take that swell up piece of wood. Drill it down now.
Yeah.
When it dries out, what's gonna happen, brother?
It's gonna be lopsided. It's not gonna be level. So it'll expand or it'll shrink. It'll go down.
Okay, it's gonna start doing some expansion, but you put a fastener at a time that should not go be in it.
That's true. That's true.
And I know every drill or nail they put in today is a failure point.
but how do you? Okay, I'm with you, and I do know that. But what do you think? They don't know that, or they just don't care? Because I think some people be doing work. They just do work, and if they got to repair something later, they just repair it later, or just let it be.
Quick and cheap.
Okay,
that's how you do it. Yeah. 1 year warranty. All right, everybody. It's gonna last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
On that 6th year, things may start bubbling up or bubbling.
And they're gonna be gone anyway. You ain't gonna be able to find them.
They wearing the same shoes they crossed that border with. I can tell you.
So wait, so I was thinking you were saying a family was working on their deck. So a family hired some cheap labor to do to build a deck. Is that what you're saying?
They contractors.
Okay.
They just doing the job. And people don't know about skilled labor no more. And they think, oh, those guys dedicated. They working hard in the rain. No, they doing bad work currently right now.
Yeah. But I think certain people have certain stigmas. Like if you see a group of beautiful people, you'll be like, oh, okay, you'll feel a certain type of way about them. But if you see some marvelous
to the zoo, it's all what's the star rated. What they do what they do, Brandon. You saw the video. I can put the video up right here. You see what they do with a raid at the zoo.
So what do they do?
Get inside ASAP.
Okay. But like you say, that's a smart thing to do. But some people be like, well, that's lazy, you know? Why not work in the rain?
Because you want to do quality work.
You do want to do quality work.
Nothing's quality anymore, people. People who come up, all the work is not quality, people. It's fast, it's cheap.
Yeah, and I think that's what America wants now. Like people don't want qualities, they don't want stuff to last. Because you can tell by our cars. We just want cars, we want them
that's wrong.
Available. Brandon. Okay, well go ahead. So you think cars last?
Your consumer wants quality, but the person feed it to the consumer wants profit and cheap over quality.
But if that's what we want, why are we settling? We shouldn't settle for it then.
Well, it takes a group. We can't work. That's why we divided. You got a Kansas City's hat on, Patrick Mahomes. And I'm a Buffalo person, so we got to be enemies. So we can't come together and figure it out.
You're right. But like I said, that's when we do have power. When we do come together, like me and you, we come together. We put our minds together, or anybody who joins our channel. Like we think as a group, we react as a group, we save as a group, and then that's when we start to actually really have some power. And we can control a market. But if we're all just running around solo, we all bosses, we all doing stuff separately, then they can just feed us whatever and we'll buy it. If they want to give us high price drinks that's going to kill us, we'll buy it.
Yeah. They just need enough suckers to buy it and they fine. But when the suckers group together and say, we ain't buying it.
Nailing down wet wood is generally discouraged due to the potential for nail withdrawal strength to decrease significantly as the wood dries. While wet wood can be easier to nail initially, the withdrawal resistance can drop substantially once the wood dries, potentially causing the nails to pull out. Here's why nailing wet wood is generally not recommended. Reduce nail withdrawal strength. Wet wood can be easier to nail initially because it's softer, but this also means the nail's grip might be less secure. As the wood dries and shrinks, the nails can lose their grip and potentially pull out. Splitting and cracking. Wet wood is less likely to split or crack when nailing compared to dry wood, but it can still warp and crack as it dries. Dimensional instability. Wood expands and contracts as its moisture content changes. Building with wet wood can lead to dimensional inconsistencies and issues with joints and fasteners as the wood dries. Moisture content. Wood should ideally be at the correct moisture content, MC, for the climate it will be used in. Wet wood can have a significantly higher MC than what's ideal for a given environment.
See, there you go, people. I hope you learned something.
And it's been multiple times I've seen people building houses, in the rain. You know, they got a deadline. You know, they don't care about whether it's suitable for them to work on the site because they're there. Sometimes they stop, sometimes they, you know, wait it out. But I have seen people working in the rain building houses.
Now, see, with Brett, I got to be careful with Brennan talking about. What was they working on in the rain?
The structure, the structure of the house, the wood part, putting it up because they already got the crane. Part? You know, like when they have the crane out and they're positioning it to lock it down on.
So yeah, they gotta put the roof on to keep the rain off, Brennan.
Yeah, okay, but like you say, is it gonna affect the house? Yeah, but are people gonna really notice when it's all said and done? No, they're not gonna notice.
Well, yeah. All right,
until they have problems later on.
Until they have problems. Here's another thing I see all the time with whole buildings. They pour concrete while it's raining, and also they don't let that concrete cure enough before they start building on top of it. They'll do both, and that's low quality. They do it for speed, do it for cheapness, but it hurts the consumer in the long run. Brandon, if you're pouring concrete, do you think it needs to be raining?
No.
Why not?
Because you already putting a certain amount of water into the concrete while you're mixing it and you're setting it out. So that's the amount of water that you need in there. So any other water that's sitting on the top of the concrete or, you know, or just sprinkle in, it's going to mess up the bond that's trying to create. Or the level, you know, is levelness. And then, like I said, I'm not an expert, so I don't know for sure. Have I done some concrete stuff in the backyard? Yes.
What you doing in the backyard? Because you talking educated.
Well, because I you know, the post that I have my TV stand where my fire pit is, I poured some concrete in the hole. I dug the hole out, put the post in there, leveled it, put the concrete, mixed the concrete, poured it in, let it set. And I just know from experience how that concrete is. Did I wear a mask when I poured the concrete? No, I did not.
How do you level a hole, Brandon?
How do you level a hole? What do you mean?
Yeah, you said pour the concrete, level it out. It's in a hole, right?
When you put the post up, what I mean is level the post.
Level the post. All right. So the post
is not, you know, that way with a level. So like I say, I was supposed to wear a mask. That's something I learned later on because you don't want to be breathing in concrete dust. Sometimes you'll see people on sites, they won't have the proper gear on. You usually have the shoes on, but you know, if you're doing concrete work, you don't want to necessarily breathe that in either. You can, I mean, you know.
Silica dust, yes. I worked in it for 10 years.
Okay, well, tell us about it. Is it good to be breathing that stuff in?
No, silica dust is a natural forming material that when it gets in your lungs, it stays there forever and you can't get rid of it.
Right.
So as you breathe it in, you slowly losing lung capacity.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. It's in stonework, anything with stones and rocks, and you splitting them, has silica dust in it.
And you should be wearing the proper, is it PPE?
You should be wearing your PPE should be at least an N95 mask.
But like I said, I don't necessarily see people doing it, or if they paving a driveway, you know,
they do it. They hold it out, hold it out, and then be all
right
over themselves.
Right.
But here's the thing. Who cares, Brandon? This is how the system is supposed to work. History tells us is when you need stuff built, get people to come from outside the country. They don't got no ID, no names, or nothing. Work them till they fall out.
Hold on.
Worker.
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Work them till they fall out. Did you hear my statement, Brandon?
No, I didn't. Go ahead. Say it again.
I said history tells us you get people, if you need something built in your country, you get people to come in from other countries.
This thing's messing up. I bet.
You know why it's messing up? Because it's at the mark. Brandon, I done diagnosed your problem, Brandon.
And I've changed the cord out. I think this is my camera, but getting ready to die.
I think it's something with the battery or something.
That's what I'm saying. The battery on the camera. Because like I say, we at the hour point, and now it's doing this.
Is it plugged in now? You go run
Yeah,
off
it's plugged
battery.
in. It's plugged in. It's plugged in through a anchor power thing and an anchor cord. But I'm just gonna switch the camera. But go ahead.
I ain't going no more.
Okay, well, that's fine.
I know it's about to happen. It's an hour mark.
Right, but go ahead. I want to hear what you was gonna say about the concrete, though. But
no, I was saying laborers
down.
I was saying they ship laborers in here. Every country ship other people in here to build stuff. They work these people to death and it's die off. That's how countries get built up. Like the people in the country half the time don't build itself up no more. They always ship them in. Brandon got shipped in. Then after that,
yeah, in a way.
Then after that, Europeans got shipped in. Then after that, Hispanics got shipped in.
Yeah.
Then after that,
is it just exclusive to this country? Is it just exclusive to this country?
Not all countries that go make something on themselves.
Yeah.
Ship them in.
Are we shipping anybody to China? Or is Europe shipping people?
Why would China request the guy of kings and queens, brother?
Because he's a hard worker, right?
He can't work 6 days a week, 14 hours a day for $4 an hour.
Right.
They don't need him. Yeah, so that's how stuff get built up. So people gonna come over here and work like this. Cheap labor, build the stuff.
Cheap results,
high prices that Brandon pays all the time.
But what's the downfall to the concrete, doing the concrete when it's wet like that, though?
You
like it'll split? Yeah, yes, I do.
Okay, hold on.
Because I'm gonna get out there and put some concrete back there.
Pouring concrete in the rain is not recommended and can lead to quality issues. It's sometimes unavoidable. If it's unavoidable, you can take precautions to mitigate the damage. Reasons to avoid pouring concrete in the rain. Weaken concrete. Rainwater can dilute the concrete mix, reducing its strength and durability. Uneven surface. Rain can cause the surface of the freshly poured concrete to become uneven or textured as it washes away cement paste. Dusting or scaling. Excess water on the surface can wash away cement paste, leading to dusting or scaling of the concrete surface.
See, this is what I think. When they do the concrete, when they pour it, if it's not raining hard, okay. But here's the thing. They have pour the concrete, the water stay on top.
Yeah.
Then how can the concrete really cure long enough if water's on top and the water supposed to be evaporating off and stuff?
Right. And it's water inside trying to, dry off too. So
it's escape outside and do the chemical reaction. So it's just the labor today is cheap, it's fast, and it's not high quality, people. It is not. It's not high quality. They pick speed over everything.
Hold on, I can't even hear you now.
Brandon, let's get the hell off here. All right.
We'll just end it because I can't even hear you.
All right.
I don't even know what's going on.
Brandon can't.
Okay, now I can. Like I said, I don't know what we got going on now, but
it's you.
Well, aren't we a business?
No, we ain't no business. We ain't making no.
This is my business partner.
Business.
Okay, all right.
I told you. How about you don't use that camera? You use it on next clip.
Yeah, I keep trying to fix it because it should be charging the battery off the cord. I said I've tried 2 power bricks and it's still not working. Brandon, and I've got an expensive one. Go ahead.
Brandon posted a video this week with 4 damn digital cameras he used all the time.
On travel videos, yeah.
But this crazy motherfucker right here comes up here with the defective one for the past 4 weeks. That's the one I'm gonna use. The one that don't work.
It's the most expensive one, and the one we've been using on the show that I've never had an issue with until now for some reason.
Brandon, you can't get cameras from China. They gotta come to Japan. All right.
Or it's Sony. I mean, where else who else making cameras?
Well, you know,
in America,
China making them now. But yeah, Brandon, just try something different next time.
But I want because I love this camera and I just wanted to work, but it's got around the hour mark. It want to cut off for some reason. But yeah,
but do the camera love you?
Sometimes, not enough.
Just every video, Brandon. Nah, it's every video.
All right, I'm gonna change it. When you want to do another video? I don't want to move. I don't want to move it, but I will move it.
So we said we was gonna do double back. Let's do Thursday.
But I thought we was gonna try to do every day.
You want to do it?
I want to try to do it. No, I want to do it. I want to do it.
Well, let's only do it for a week then.
Okay, we'll try it out. Yeah, we're gonna try to step it up, man. I don't know what we're gonna call that week, but we're gonna be live streaming every day.
How about?
And I'm about to take this.
Let's do 6:30 every day there.
Okay.
It'll be 20 minutes.
Okay.
All right, I'm about to burn up. Let me go find sweat up this shirt up.
Right now, I'm usually the one sweating. You over here sweating too. But thank you guys for watching. We'll be back soon. Have a good Sunday.